What if I told you that the origin story of a mighty Southeast Asian empire began with an exiled Indian prince and a powerful serpent queen or a Nagini? Hello and welcome to Chaturya, the Four State podcast. I'm K. Kumar, author of 9 best-selling books, and in today's episode, we are going to visit a faraway country through an ancient tale based on the request of one of our subscribers. Your support keeps me motivated to make more fascinating content from our ancient history and folklore. Today, we journey across the oceans to the country of Cambodia. We journey backward by 2000 years during a time of massive changes across Asia. New ideas from India were spreading like seeds on the wind. Hinduism, Buddhism, and new ways of thinking about kings and gods. But these ideas didn't arrive in the storm of an army or like a conquest. They were drifted across the sea with sailors, holy men, and traders on busy shipping lanes. Cambodian legend introduces us to one such traveler, an Indian prince named Preah Thong. In fact, later records call him Kaudinya. The legend says that Preah Thong was the fourth of the 5 sons of a king and was exiled with his people for disobedience. He was guided by fate eastward across the sea. He sailed towards an unknown land, carrying the rich culture of India with him like precious cargo. He wasn't there to conquer. He was on a quest for a new beginning. Little did he know that he was about to enter the realm of the Naga. Long before these ideas arrived, the land we now call Cambodia was steeped in its own powerful beliefs. The locals worshipped their ancestors and gods of nature. At the center of it all were the Naga, race of powerful serpent beings. And ruling this magical land was a queen of extraordinary power. In fact, early Chinese writings mention a ruler named Soma, but in the colorful world of Khmer stories, she is known as Niang Nik, the Naga princess. The name of the prince, Kaudinya, refers to a specific prestigious Brahmin Gotra or priestly lineage in Hinduism, giving a precise religious identity. The queen's name, Soma, is a name of the moon god in Hinduism and the progenitor of the lunar dynasty, one of the two great royal lines of ancient India. Their union, therefore, symbolically represents the joining of an esteemed Indian priestly lineage with a royal and possibly divine lunar lineage. Soma may have been the real world queen, while Niang Nik was a superpowered counterpart. In the legend, she could shift from serpent to human form. She was the daughter of the great Naga king who ruled the underwater world, which existed before Cambodia was born, according to this belief. This Naga queen was the very spirit of this wild ancient land, and it was on her beach that Priya Thong would arrive soon. The details change from tale to tale, but the essence is a monumental encounter on a beach. One popular version says that Priang Thong, when he landed, he saw Niang Nik and her people dancing in the moonlight and was instantly captivated by her beauty. But another version has a more dramatic twist. In this telling, the queen sees the prince's ship as a threat and attacks. Priya Thong, armed with a magic bow, stands his ground. He fires an arrow, not as an act of war, but more like a firm handshake, a way to introduce his strength and earn her. The Naga princess, though initially furious, found herself impressed by this young man. Was it love at first sight or a test of strength? Either way, it led to a marriage proposal. But for a human to marry the Naga princess, he needed the blessing of her father, the Naga king. And in a bold move, Niang Nik told the prince to hold on to her tail as he transformed. She became the serpent, and then she led him down from the human world into the enchanting underwater kingdom of the Nagas. In other versions of the tale, the prince had to hold on to her sash. The Naga king was impressed by Priya Thong's courage and gave his blessing for the marriage. But his wedding gift was extraordinary. The legend describes it like a magic trick, a grand magic trick, where the Serpent King drank the waters covering the land, pulling back a vast curtain of ocean to reveal a new fertile kingdom for the couple to rule. The stunning image symbolizes the birth of a nation, the nation of Cambodia. The marriage is linked to the first great kingdom in the region, known as Funan in Chinese records. But what was Funan really like? Most experts today believe it was less like a single solid kingdom and more like a string of brilliant pearls, a network of bustling port towns and small states that thrived on trade. The old tree of local beliefs wasn't cut down. It was enriched by the new ideas Preah Thong brought from India, and together they grew into something stronger and much more complex. This fusion laid the spiritual foundation for the Khmer people. The deep respect for the Naga, the serpents, was woven together with the worship of Hindu gods. We see this most widely in the temples of Angkor. which serve as maps of the universe, merging Hindu and Buddhist ideas with local serpent legends. The legend claims that the children of Preah Thong and Niang Nik founded Cambodia's royal family. This created a powerful idea. A king could sit on the throne, but the connection to the Naga queen was the key that unlocked his right to rule. The Naga queen was the ultimate source of his legitimacy, the mother of the nation. You can see the story of the Naga queen etched into the very architecture of the Cambodian empire. As you walk the grand causeways to Angkor Wat, you cross bridges guarded by her children. Stone railings shaped like 7 or 9 headed Nagas line the paths. Think of them not as fancy decorations, but as spiritual security guards marking the boundary between the human world and the divine. They are a bridge between heaven and earth, a physical reminder of the cosmic marriage contract between the prince and the queen. The Naga was also a crucial tool for legitimizing royal authority. This is exemplified by the account of Chinese officials who reported in the 13th century that the king of Angkor had to spend the first part of every night with a 9 headed serpent spirit, the owner of all the soil in the kingdom. This mystical political ritual underscores the deep seated belief in a sacred link between the monarch and the land itself, personified by the Naga. The Naga shape is everywhere in Cambodian art. We see Nagas forming a protective hood over the meditating Buddha, and their bodies wrap around the temple doorways, symbolizing the life giving water they command. Fast forward to today, and the story of Preah Thong and Niang Nik is a living legend. It's a cornerstone of Cambodian identity. Its most beautiful reflection is in traditional Khmer weddings. During the ceremony, the groom holds onto a piece of the bride's clothing, specifically a sash. It's like a small ritual, a beautiful reenactment of the first moment when Preah Thong held Niang Nik's tail, connecting the couple's personal journey back to the nation's founding love story. Recently, modern science has provided a stunning connection to this ancient story. A 2022 ancient DNA study of a Funan era individual from a Cambodian cemetery revealed a substantial South Asian genetic admixture, around 40 to 50%. The analysis suggests this individual had ancestry from India and lived between 78 to 234 CE, providing physical evidence that South Asians migrated and intermarried with the local populations during the exact period of the kingdom's founding. The legend of the Naga Queen and the Indian prince is retold in the graceful dances of the royal ballet, in paintings, and in stories passed from parent to child. The story of the Naga Queen gives a glimpse into the heart of a culture. If you enjoyed this story into the Cambodian legend, smash that like button and subscribe for more extraordinary stories that have shaped our world as we know it today. And of course, drop a comment below. And if you have any requests as to which creation story from any part of the world that you want me to cover in the next videos, then definitely mention it in the comments. May the Nagas be with you.